Out on a logging road outside of Campbell River. Oh, I'm going to say about 20-minute drive. That's where I stayed last night. So, I was going to see where's the camper. So there's the camper there. And you can probably hear something. Yeah, I broke down and bought a generator. As you can tell here, it's overcast. And so the last couple of days, the batteries haven't been doing that. I mean, they've been holding out, but I wake up in the morning and they're around 12 volts, which is definitely not good. So anyways, yeah, so I got the generator plugged in right now. It's going through my 3,000 watt bypass inverter. So the inverter is 3,000 watts, 120 volts goes into the inverter. So when it's on shore power, which is basically what it is now, it charges the batteries. So I can go all the way up I can go from 20 all the way up to 90 amps. And there's a selector switch on the inverter that you pick the battery type. So, but now I'll show you all that later when I do the walkthrough on the camper. Anyways, we'll go back. So it's a Champion inverter. I got a Canadian Tire for around $900. I think it was like $850 or something like this. It's a 2500 1850. So 2500 watts of starting power and 1850 continuous. So 1850 is around 15 amps. So I put my amp meter on the leg going into the inverter and it ran it. So I'll just take you back and show you it. So it is a inverter generator, so it's fairly quiet, but I mean, it's still a generator. Yeah, so like I said, I'm out here in that direction behind me. That's how I leave to go out of here. I did go in about another 2 kilometers. Actually met a guy. He was hell of a nice guy. He was checking the land out for hunting and all that. He's 70 years old and he just got into hunting, but he's going to head down. Him and his wife bought a place in the Dominican, so they're going to leave in about a month. So that's cool. Had a nice little chat with him. But there was a you could tell some of these roads that the logging companies don't want you on. They'll just put a big ditch across. So unless you got a short wheelbase and a high, like a Jeep or something, you can't get down and back up the other side. So anyways, I had to come back and I picked this spot here, which is nothing wrong with it. So I was here last night and I think I'm going to stay here tonight. I've been doing some stuff, putting some insulation around the on the inside of the dump, where the dump valves are, and stuff like that. So just doing some stuff around there. But other than that, yeah, that's the way out. What did I think? I'm just going to jump in here for a minute, guys, just to let everybody know that when you take these logging roads, it's just a shot in the dark. You could be driving and then all of a sudden, I mean, I do have a back roads map book, but all of a sudden you come up to a gate that's new, Or you come up to a trench, like I mentioned, and you can't go any further, so you backtrack, and then you find another spur, and you try it. So you might be driving for 5-6 hours before you find a spot that you can camp. So when I came up to this road here, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is not the road I thought it was. I turned right here, came across a mining site, said, oh, wait a minute, I passed this mining site 2 days ago, turned around, and then about 3 kilometers down the road, I did hit the road I thought I was going to hit first. But just to make sure, I do not go into these logging roads or go in the backcountry without being fully stocked. I will not hit the off-road without having a full tank of fuel, full tank of water, both propane tanks filled, and a full selection of food. So, I mean, yes, there's obviously technology and GPS and all this kind of stuff, but half the fun is actually taking these back roads and seeing where they go. I do, like I said, have a map book, and I do use it, but they're not 100%, and things change. So it's all in the adventure, but I'm still not foolish enough to hit these back roads without being fully stocked, just to make sure everybody knows that.
Just wanna dance, want a simple romance, nothing more, nothing less from you. Just stay the night, then we leave when it's like nothing wrong, it's alright with you. No ties, no price, no need, so free. I don't care what you say, what you do, how you feel, as long as you can show me a good time. I don't need promises, honestly, no big deal, as long as you can show me a good time. I don't care. Oh, 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 oh.
Does anybody know why this 53-foot salmon fishing boat that was built in 1927 and had an incredible 68 years of service was totally restored and put in this museum? Well, I'll tell you why. This boat was photographed by a man named George Hunter. And in 1958, he set up his camera on Ripple Point on the Johnson Strait, and he took this picture of a typical salmon boat named BCP 45. The picture was for the Toronto Star newspaper, but at that time, the Canadian Mint was looking for pictures of anything that had to do with the Canadian way of life, and this boat was the one they picked to be on the back of a $5 bill. Now, a lot of people will remember that. There's a huge story, and it's a very colorful story, so if you want to know more, you have to look it up. Hey guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I boondock sometimes in town, so as you can see, I had a nice little visit from an officer during the night. You can see it's just after 2 in the morning. I guess he was just making sure that everything was kosher. And, oh, look at that. You can see he came back 2 hours later. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.